Welcome back. The pandemic had a huge impact on the liquor industry when out-of-home consumption came to a stop. It's been well over a year now since the world opened up and consumption levels got back up again. So how has the year fared for Diageo India, one of the biggest alcoholic beverages company? We find out from the Managing Director and CEO Hina Nagarajan in an exclusive interview with Dilshad Irani. Nagarajan talks about Diageo's premiumization strategy, driving sustainability, key consumer trends and more.
Hello and welcome to Storyboard18, Hina. It's lovely to have you on the show.
Great to be here, Dilshad. Thank you for having me over.
So let me just sort of dial back a little bit and ask you about, especially after things opened up and consumption came back on track and it came back with a vengeance. So how has this past year been post the pandemic? What does your report card look like for Diageo?
I'm actually very happy to share that our business is bigger and stronger compared to the pre-pandemic levels of 2019. We've delivered a net sales growth of almost 18%. This last quarter gone by, and it is underpinned by, continued growth momentum, very strong mix improvement coming from our recent innovations, renovations like Royal Challenge American Pride, our launch in craft through our single malt Godawan. And we've done some very powerful brand renovations on Signature, Black Dog. I would say the larger consumption story, which is anchored in premiumization, continues quite strongly. If we look at our prestige and above business, right, it has grown by 23%, and that's the highest growth we've had in the last 24 quarters. So premium products now exceed 70% of our portfolio. And we are continuing to focus on prestige and above and, to capitalize on this rapidly growing premium segment and changing consumer trends. So we feel very confident with the strength of our reshaped portfolio, the investment we are putting in that, we will be able to grow the business in a consistent, sustainable manner to create long-term value for all our stakeholders.
What are some of the key consumer shifts in consumer preferences and behaviors that are also informing your business growth and product strategies, your marketing strategies? What are the key trends that you have your eye on?
I mean, the first thing we find is that, look, consumers are drinking better, right? So the whole premiumization shows that people are looking for more high quality brands, and they're not necessarily drinking more, but they are really drinking better. And that fits perfectly with our purpose of, driving moderation, right? Definitely consumers are living in the physical and the digital world now. So we've had, some new channels like home delivery open up, and that model is gaining momentum in some states. I think it's still early stage, but definitely digital living and digital engagement has gone up. Consumers are really experimenting. And we found that, when everything was locked down, in-home experimentation, different types of drinks, cocktail making became quite big during this. Socializing has changed. I mean, in-home drinking has now become quite normalized, whereas it was earlier in the bars. Now it's quite okay to drink at home. And we also see that the younger consumers, right? So we've got 100 million new consumers who are coming into this category in the next 5 years. And these younger consumers are really doing repertoire drinking. So you see, in addition to whiskey, gin and vodka, growing quite fast, right? So these are the trends we are looking at. The retail environment has changed dramatically. Dilshad, you would have seen some of the stores. I mean, they look like, any international store. So the shopper experience has changed. And I think these choices, plus the fact that consumers are definitely looking at sustainability in brands, right? We are definitely being driven by that particular one and all these trends in terms of our portfolio reshape, our choices of innovation and renovation.
It's such an exciting time for the liquor industry. We've seen the emergence of new brands and, young brands, emerging brands, and consumer tastes and preferences are shifting dramatically, as you mentioned. What is your view on not just the well-entrenched players, your competition, but also some of the new players that are emerging? What is your general sense of what they're doing and how they are building their brands?
I mean, first of all, I would say India has one of the lowest penetration levels of alcohol and, also the lowest per capita consumption in the world, right? So with growing consumer aspiration and income, there's a lot of headroom for this industry to grow. And we expect competition to actually bring category expansion and growth and drive penetration, which has a long way to go, frankly. The premiumization trend is accelerating rapidly, and it is providing all players with ample opportunity to launch new products, to enter and grow sustainably in the long term. We think the differentiator will be transformational innovation. And for us at Diageo India, we've invested significantly in building capabilities, firstly on future back consumer insights. Where is this market headed? Where are consumers going to be going in the future? Liquid development, which is quite critical because the consumer is looking for new offerings. Distillation, maturation capability, and also partnering, collaborating with craft spirits ecosystem, because craft has become quite big as a trend in India. And we are providing, support to develop, nurture, and mentor smaller companies. And we believe that this will go a long way in both supporting our growth ambition, as well as giving industry an impetus. So we feel very optimistic about the growth of the industry with the new entrants.
Can I ask you to elaborate a bit on your acquisition strategy going forward?
Yeah, I mean, we are open to evaluating interesting opportunities, which we call actually our new engines of growth. So our recent taking a stake in Now Spirits, which makes Greater Than and Hapusha Gin, is one such reflection of our strategy, right? We will review any M&A opportunities and other strategic opportunities as they arise. I think what we're also open to is partnerships and alliances, which bring innovative products and solutions both on the portfolio side, as well as to support our ESG agenda, right? So, whether it is to tackle counterfeit or really to track our sustainability. I mean, I don't know if you've managed to catch this, but we recently partnered with a company called Source, who is helping us to extract water from air using sunlight. And Godawan, our Indian single malt, is going to be the first brand to use this. Now, that is helping conserve water in Rajasthan, which is very parched, as you know, right? We also have a blockchain-based track and trace system that we have launched on some of our brands, and we'll extend it to the fuller portfolio. This is one of the partnerships we have to help us track, from the start to the end journey of our whiskey, the sustainability metrics, right? So the other thing we have done is we've set up a state-of-the-art craft and innovation hub at Ponda, Goa. And this is an investment of 45 crores. And it is, with the view to accelerate our innovation and strengthen the crafts and premium portfolio. So we have the money, we are a cash, positive company, and we have the money to invest where the opportunities are, and we will continue to look at that.
Thank you so much for your time, Hina. It was lovely chatting with you.
Lovely chatting with you too, and thanks